You work hard to pass the guard. You get to north-south. You set up the Kimura, and in a blink of an eye, you lose everything. Lucky for you, we have the solution.
North-south Kimura finish. A lot of people struggle with this because a lot of times they're bent down in this position, allowing him to roll. So go ahead, roll. He could even roll this way, or he could hip out and drop this elbow towards the floor, right? If you posture up and get a strong connection, I try to target the upper part of my chest or towards my shoulder with his elbow, and I'm going to be squeezing my knee and arching and twisting in this direction. So when I do this, he's connected to me. Now when he goes to spin, he can't. Okay, spin the other way. Yeah. Or if he does, it's at the mercy of his shoulder here, because I can still finish that. But if I lean in like this and he goes to spin, now he goes, I have to follow him. There are things we can do there. Let's do that real quick. So if you do end up here and you want the Kimura, you can place this on the hip and we can go into arm bars and bottom Kimura setups. But if you want to finish the north-south Kimura, you gotta have a tight pinch on the knees. We gotta really emphasize those motorcycle grips, and we lean back and twist in that direction, okay? Where his elbow's pointed to. That'll make it really difficult for him to spin, and any spin he does in that direction will be stopped with a finish, okay? And it's just a matter of breaking the grip, which is easy to do in that position. Okay, so we're trying to do the north-south Kimura, but he does the correct thing, which is hipping out and trying to get this elbow to the floor. It's hard because of the space I have closed here, but stuff can happen, right? Let's go back. So when he does this escape, he wants to get through this space. So hip out and drop your elbow. He wants to hit that through this gap here. If I have this position real secure and I'm leaning back like this, that space isn't as readily available. Not that it's impossible. If he moves out enough, he could still start to create, create that angle, and now he'll be out. And that's something that could potentially happen. So what we're gonna do to deal with that is, as I feel him getting out and I feel like that elbow is coming out, I'm gonna turn this into a fist grip, okay? So I make this fist and I flare his elbow out in this direction. Now when he goes to, and I come up tall, now when he goes to hit that elbow to the floor, it's very difficult, and I can step over him and armbar as well, or take his back, okay? Or I could go back to the Kimura and finish. But look, what I'm doing is I'm straightening this arm and I'm turning this into a fist. It's also important that I flare his elbow out this way. That makes it harder for him to hit that on the floor. If I keep a Kimura grip, I could do this, but when he does that, when he starts escaping, it puts some pressure on my wrist. So you could do the straight arm here, but when you do a fist grip and you rotate him out and you lean into it a little bit, that takes some of the pressure off of your own wrist to stop that motion. And while we're there, you can look to step over an armbar or go ahead and take the back, all right?